So in this video I'm going to talk about tool directions. If you notice, I don't have any of the pods on here. And the reason for that is because with the pods on here, let me show you. I usually have this. I have the cable inserted with all the pods and stuff on the outside. But if you had pods everywhere on the inside of this, when you go to do tool directions, it makes it kind of complicated at times. So the first thing you do is you activate your ghost tools, and that puts arrows everywhere. These are all the starts and all the beginnings of each and every line. So if you see one that's split like this, where you have an arrow pointing that way and an arrow pointing that way on the same line, you want to make sure you join those together, especially when it's the same piece that you're running. Apparently we have something else going on there. Alright, let's see. Apparently I got a, there it goes. I had a duplicate piece laying over the top of it. So, you want to go through and make sure that all of your arrows are going to be good. So you want to separate your lines where you want them by breaking them. And the reason that this one is broken and I'm going to leave it that way is because we're going to have to mill this out. And I'll go into more of that later. But so you want to make sure that all of your lines, see how this one's broken there? I'm going to join those two. This is the profile across the front, this is the wall side. Let's see, this is cabinet here, so we're definitely going to want to join those. So that's wall, that's good. Those are good. Now this one I have broke here because you always want the position 1 seam bits to go ahead and shape that corner. So for tool directions, we have the ghost tools on, and right here this button is tool directions. You always want to, if you can, go to reverse right for the open geometries. Open geometries is this. It means that it is not closed, it is broken. A closed geometry is this. It is a piece that is all connected to each other, all one piece. So those are the different ones that you would use. Now this, if we were to imagine that this is our piece, where would you want the bits to run? You don't want them running on the inside, because that means it's going to the bit's going to come down and it's going to go up the inside of the stone, and it's going to ruin the whole thing and your bit, cause a lot of problems. So what we want to do is we want to run them on the outside of the part. So you have reverse right, and then you click on the line and it changes the tool direction. Now you see how all the arrows are on the outside of the part? If you click it again, and we'll go this one. See how the arrow's on the inside? That means that it's going to try to, if I leave it like that and I assign a tool to it, it's going to drop down on the outside of the piece here, and it's going to run right into the middle of the stone and go right up the backside. You don't want that. So you want it to be on the arrow to be on the outside of the part. It's going to drop down on the outside of the part. It's going to run down the outside edge instead of this inside middle of the stone. It's going to run down the outside edge, and it's going to put a nice profile on it. So we'll go ahead and do that to all the pieces for this table. Now this one here, you want to go reverse outside, and I usually check that box. So when I check that, it allows me to pinpoint exactly where I want it to start from. And then I set it back to no change, uncheck that when you're done. Now, Oops, I forgot one. Gotta do this one. On pieces like this, and we're gonna have to mill out those corners. So you always, when milling something, you always want to start from the outside. I think that was still, I thought I broke that. Must be another duplicate piece. Let's see if I can get it. Alright, come on. What I did is I just moved one of the lines off to expose the underlying layer so I can get rid of it. Okay, so we're going to mill this out with the milling tool. So what you want to do is have your tool directions leading in from both sides and out in the middle. So for this one we're going to go reverse left. Same over here. So the arrows are pointing in and in from both ends, and we'll have it lead in out in the middle. And that, oops, yeah, that one's fine. Always kind of go through and double check, make sure that everything's good before you start assigning tool paths. And that is how you do the tool directions.